What's going on, everybody? This is Buckles Locker. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share all the videos, and make sure you don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you on all new videos that's posted on this channel. Because I pop up with videos any time of the day. All right. Special shout out to all my bandits, the Buckles Locker bandits, the group that follow me, support the channel. You know what I'm saying? Ride or die with me. Y'all know what time it is. And shouts out to all the Bucs fans, the Bucs Facebook group. Shouts out to all the social media platforms. Y'all keep doing y'all thing. Keep supporting the Bucs. Keep pushing the group. We're trying to get this fan base live and up. You know what I'm saying? Putting out content for everybody. What up, Caden, Jonathan, Harry? You know what I'm saying? Peter, Joshua, No Mercy. What's going on, man? Y'all come on in. Y'all know what it is. Y'all see the title of the video. Finally, the 2020 schedule breakdown and prediction. I know y'all been waiting on Buckles like to talk about this. Y'all been waiting. I know. But this off season has been very weird. I ain't gonna say weird, but it's been very you could say a lot of things. You could say a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things has been going on this off season around the world with with what's going on currently right now. Um, but it seems like everything's kind of plateaued a little bit. So you know, um, football. There's a football game tonight. The Chiefs and the Texans are playing tonight, Thursday night. Open the game of the season. We're gonna see how this work out. You know, I know they got the protocols in place and everything like that, but we're gonna see. But as far as the Tampa Bay Bucks, we have seen what has transpired after the last game of the season last year. We made a lot of moves. We upgraded a lot of areas. You know, the team was not where it needed to be at the last 4 years. It was not complete. Um, Evidently, there was some upgrades needed in some key areas. You know, quarterback, the whole running backs, pretty much the whole running back core, pretty much. Tight end needed a little, I guess you could say, a mini upgrade with Gronkowski, Tom Brady replacing Jameis Winston, getting rid of letting Barber walk, cutting Umwale, two negative running backs, and adding LaShawn McCoy, Leonard Fournette, and drafting Keyshawn Vaughn in the third round, who is basically going to be a kick returner, I guess, a third round kick returner, which is kind of weird. We drafted a running back to be a kick returner, but whatever. Um, and then we drafted a first round right tackle, future left tackle, and Tristan Wirfs. We signed Rob Gronkowski, Tom Brady's best friend. You know, we franchised Shaq Barrett. We signed JPP and Dominican Sue. You know what I'm saying? Working on Levante David extension. Chris Godwin probably gonna get franchised or maybe a possible extension with him. So this all season has been very interesting. You know, Leonard Fournette signing. You know, cutting Matt Gay, Elliott Fry, adding had brought Elliott Fry in. He didn't cut it out. He didn't make the team. You know, cut Matt Gay. He missed 13 kicks last year. I've been big on the kicking game and the running game and the O line. And as you can see, this offseason, those three areas were addressed. You know, I'm very happy that the Bucs, you know, addressed what I've been trying to get the Bucs to do for the last 4 seasons, which they failed to do in previous seasons, which is to address the running back, you know, upgrade the running backs, the O line, and and players not stepping up where they need to be at, from quarterback all the way down to tight end and secondary. So now this team has been put together and complete now. Well, it's loaded according to a lot of the media, Madden 2021. A lot of the Bucs fans are saying that the team is loaded. But one of the things that's going to really help this team out is the kicking game. We got Ryan Suckup. He replaced Matt Gay, who missed 13 kicks. I'm gonna keep saying that. That was unacceptable. You can point your finger all you want, but 13 kicks were unacceptable. 2 games solely on Matt Gay's leg that we missed. Ryan Suckup, it should not happen with him. He's a better kicker, a veteran kicker. Bruce didn't feel confident about Matt Gay going into the season with Tom Brady, because we will be kicking some field goals, folks. We're not going to score touchdowns every time. We will be kicking some field goals. And we can't have a kicker that missed 13 kicks last year with no confidence. That's unacceptable. I don't care what no Buck fans say. That's unacceptable. You can't blame nobody for 13 missed kicks, but the kicker. Okay? 2 games last season solely on the kicker. Falcons game, Giants game. That's 9-7. Okay? This year, that's not going to fly. Not with Tom Brady. You can't be missing 34-yard field goals, 35, 40-yard field goals when the game is, when we're down by 2 points. Okay? Y'all know my slogan. No excuses. Super Bowl or bust. So let's get down to this season. Of course, we got the divisional games. Exactly, Peter. Special teams matter, but people want to overlook that and focus on one position. The team matters. Special team matters. Defense matters. Coaching matters. O-line matters. Quarterback matters. Everybody matters. Team game. Team victory. Wins are not an individual stat. Okay? So we did a lot of things this offseason. The spotlight is on us due to Tom Brady being in Tampa and adding his friend Rob Gronkowski, drafting Tristan Wirfs, Antoine Whitfield Jr. 4 key guys that should get this team over the hump. Exactly, Malcolm. It shoulda, coulda, woulda been 9. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shoulda been 9-7. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I get it. You know, it is what it is. But everybody know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Shoulda been 9-7. It is what it is. We were 7-9. You know, but that's neither here or there. What up, Richard? So we had no preseason. Preseason games got erased. We were supposed to play Pittsburgh, Jacksonville, Tennessee, and Cleveland in preseason, but that got wiped away. So that made the training camp a little bit longer, kind of quote unquote. It wasn't what OTAs and training camp has been basically shortened, and they're trying to speed everything up. Okay. So as you can see, the regular season schedule. If you haven't taken a look at the regular season schedule, the regular season schedule is very interesting. I wouldn't say it's really, really easy, but it's a winnable schedule, right? And we're gonna break these games down. Of course, we got our divisional games. We got 6 divisional games in Panthers, Saints, and Falcons. That's 6 games right there. 3 away, 3 at home. We got 5 primetime games. Oh yeah, appreciate it, Malcolm. If you're in the stream, if you're in the live stream, make sure you like the video. Make sure you like the video, okay? Like the video. And if you want to ask me any questions, you got any questions about anything about the team, hit me on Super Chat, and I'll be gladly to address your questions via Super Chat. Because it'll be hard for me to answer everybody's questions. So if you have any questions, please send it through Super Chat, and I'll highlight it, and I will put it on screen just like this. Okay? Just like that. You ask me a question, I'll put it on the screen through Super Chat. Now, let's get down to the schedule. Last season, the NFL screwed the Bucs by giving us a whack schedule after the Carolina game. The second game of the season, we were at Carolina, played the Giants at home. Then we went to Los Angeles. We was at New Orleans, played Carolina and London, and we had a bye week at Tennessee, at Seattle. That was treacherous. The NFL is wrong for that. Wrong. Dead wrong for sending the Bucs on the road like that. The next time, the next home game we had after week 3 was week 10 when Arizona came to Tampa. That was wrong. From week 3 to week 10, no home game? Like, really? So the NFL, of course, did us a favor this year. And if you look at the schedule this year, we don't have like a long stretch like that away from home. It's almost like every other game we're at home. Now there is a couple of weeks where we back-to-back road games. You know, the Raiders and the Giants, the Falcons and the Lions. Those are 4 easy road games according to the schedule. Now we don't know what's going to happen during the season, but we got 2 back-to-back road games separated. Week 7 and Week 8, Vegas Raiders and New York Football Giants. So that's not a big deal. And then towards the end of the season, weeks 14 and 15, or I guess you would say games 14 and 15 are back-to-back road games, which is not a big deal. But the NFL set us up really good towards the back end of the season. And they know what they was doing. Five out of the last 7 games we're going to be in Tampa. Right now, I remember the hurricane. 5 out of the last 7 games, or 5 out of the last 7, I guess you would say weeks, are at home. Not a lot of traveling towards in December. I mean, we got the Falcons game, which is up the street basically from Tampa, a 5-hour drive, less than an hour flight, hour and 5-minute flight, 55-minute flight, and then Detroit. That's for the rest of that, we're basically we in Tampa. So the first game of the season, let's get to that real quick. I'm not going to make this an hour-long video, so I'm going to go through the schedule and I'm going to give you what I think is going to happen. I'm going to give you my prediction. So we got the Saints. We're at the Saints Sunday. Drew Brees farewell tour. They got Taysom Hill, Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara, contract dispute, whatever. New Orleans. Now I would say this: New Orleans is a stacked team. That's a loaded team. That's a loaded team. Okay. If you put the rosters together, the Saints and the Bucs, the Saints do have a better roster from top to bottom. I just gotta keep it 100. Now I know how I do it in Buckles Locker. They got a better O line, they got a better D line overall. They go deeper, they're more deeper at the D line, and they got a better O line. That's the difference between the Bucs and the Saints. Because everywhere else we match up pretty well. Receivers, we got the receivers. Running backs. I guess you can give you can get an edge to the Saints on the running backs. You can get an edge to the running backs to the Saints. Quarterback, we got Brady, Breeze. We cancel that out right there. Tight ends, we cancel the tight ends out. We got the tight end set. We chat for the tight end. You know what I'm saying? Secondary, I guess you could say Saints do have a better secondary. They do. Okay, cool. But we match up very well. And divisional games are very, very intriguing and very. We know who we playing. We know the team. The one thing the Saints got over the Bucs is continuity. The one thing the Saints got over the Bucs is continuity. If you had to break the whole thing down and bit by player, the one thing the Saints got over the Bucs is continuity. They've been the same since Peyton got there. The Bucs have had 3 head coaches. The Saints have had 1 coach the whole entire time. So the Bucs are coming to New Orleans, and this game for the Bucs, I'm not tripping about this game, to be honest with you. It's the first game of the season, trying to get in sync. And the reason, in these first 8 weeks, y'all gonna see what I'm saying, versus the last 8 weeks. So with the New Orleans Saints game, now Mike Evans is in question to play with his hamstring. Now, if he was 100% healthy and he was playing, I would have more confidence in this game. But remember, folks, chill, relax. It's going to work out fine towards the end. Just keep that in mind. So I got the Bucs losing the first game of the season against the Saints. I know some of you like, oh, what you doing, Buckles Locker? You know what I'm saying? We got a loaded squad. I get it, but I'm also a realist too. We're not going 16-0, folks. Relax. We're not going 15-1. Relax. Or 14-2. We're not doing that. It's not happening. Y'all know that. Relax. Okay? So I got us losing to the Saints in New Orleans. It won't be a blowout, but it'll be a close game. And my score prediction, 27-24. the Saints squeak out a victory. Okay, Tom Brady gonna do his thing. He gonna play good, but I'll get more. I'll get more into that game in another video later on today. Next game, Carolina Panthers W. The Panthers don't even match up well against us. They got Matt Rule, rookie head coach. That's a W. Okay, we're 1-1. Week 3, Denver Broncos going to the Mile High Stadium. This is a tricky game. Tricky game because the Broncos is a quote unquote up and coming team. Up and coming team, Drew Lock, but they tackles are in question. Von Miller out for the season, or almost out for the season. He hasn't been officially ruled out, but that's a big loss for the Broncos. If the Broncos had Von Miller healthy, pass rushing against Tom Brady with Bradley Chubb, and now Vic Fangio is the defensive coordinator. He's a very tough defensive coordinator. This is going to be a scrappy game, but the Bucs will win this game. That's 2-1. On the road. That's a nice victory, too. 2-1. All right. We're 2-1, folks. I told you to relax. We good. We good. It's Super Bowl the Bucs. Okay? Then we got the Los Angeles Chargers coming to Tampa. Now, granted, Tyrod Taylor versus Tom Brady. I get it. We got the quarterback advantage. But outside of the quarterback, the Chargers are a very good roster. Yes, Derwin James is hurt, but they have Casey Hayward, Desmond King. Casey Hayward, Desmond King? Joey Bosa, Melvin Ingram, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Hunter Henry, Austin Eckler. I just feel like they got the wrong quarterback. They should have got a better quarterback versus Tyrod Taylor. It's like the Chargers have a Maserati with an old man driving it. Tyrod Taylor. That's not happening. They're not beating us with Tyrod Taylor. He's too conservative. Now, the Chargers defense will give us problems, but the Chargers got a lot of weapons that's not going to be utilized like it should be. But we're going to win that game. Okay? That's 3-1. I told you, folks, relax. We're going to beat the Chargers. I know, I like Kenneth Murray. They're trying to trade Denzel Perryman, too. But if they had a healthy Derwin James, whoo, I think that'll be a close game. But I'm not doing a breakdown for that game right now. So we're 3-1. Going to Chicago, okay? Thursday night game. Primetime game. Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears. Nick Foles. They don't even know who's gonna be that quarterback. Matt Nagy. That team is in flux right now, offensively. Nobody believes in Mitchell Trubisky. Not even a team. You can't fool the players. Matt Nagy trying to throw Mitchell Trubisky out there to prove a point. They made a mistake with Mitchell Trubisky. They should have drafted Deshaun Watson or Patrick Mahomes. They made a big mistake. Chicago Bears can't get right at quarterback. They made a mistake. They made a mistake at quarterback, and they put him out there. They say he beat out Nick Foles, but the team don't feel Mitchell Trubisky. He's not the quarterback of that team, but Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy trying to prove a point. They made a mistake, but they say nope. They didn't pick up his 5th-year option. They don't have a ton of faith in him. They're gonna get you the gadgety, the offense for him. Still won't be good enough. We're gonna take that victory. So now we're 4-1. First 5 weeks of the season, y'all are like, dang, man, the Bucs is rolling right now. We're 4-1, folks. Panthers, Broncos, Chargers, 4-game winning streak. Because if you look at the teams in that 4-game winning streak, we got a better roster. Now, the Chargers roster, if they had a better quarterback, could match up very well against our roster. Starters. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the Chargers starters, they match up very well. You know what I'm saying? But the quarterback problem. So that's a 4-game winning streak. First down. We doing good. Everybody talking about us. Just came off a primetime game against the Bears. We 4-1. We riding high. Okay. Then we go to Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers and company. The Packers got a nice defense. They got two great pass rushers, Preston Smith and the other Smith, the Smith brothers. I forgot his first name. He came from Baltimore. I forgot his name. The other Smith guy, the Smith brothers. They got a nice young secondary. They got Aaron Rodgers. They got a running game with Aaron Jones. Devontae, they got Devontae out there. Like they got a nice receiver, and they got a young receiver core, but they just got a decent team. Zadarius Smith, that's his name. Zadarius Smith. Appreciate it, Malcolm. I got the Packers winning that game in Lambeau Field. I know it's not cold up there, but going on the road and winning games is very hard. It's not easy. The secondary will be tested by Aaron Rodgers, and he got a nice running game. But I got the Bucs losing that game. So we're 4-2. I told y'all, it's cool. Be cool. 4-2. We're going to lose to the Packers. That's okay. Away games, road games are hard to win. It's okay. We're 4-2. The next week, we got two road games back to back against the Vegas Raiders and the New York Giants. Those games are primetime games. They gave us primetime games against weak teams, not primetime games against good teams, which is kind of awkward when you look at the schedule. So why you give us a primetime game against, I get it, with the Vegas Raiders, the stadium, Tom Brady, and that nice little stadium in Vegas. They want to showcase that with Tom Brady in it. You know what I'm saying? But let's be real. The Vegas Raiders primetime game against the Bucs? I don't care about that game. We're going to win that game. Derek Carr, the same quarterback on fourth down, threw the ball out of bounds, threw the ball away. I have no faith in Derek Carr. John Gruden don't even want Derek Carr there. Why do you think he bought Marcus Mariota? Mike Mayock brought Marcus Mariota there for a reason, but Mariota's out for a couple weeks. He can't get right. That same guy that the Tampa Bay Bucs fans wanted in Tampa? Nope. Marcus Mariota can't even get right. John Gruden is coaching a quarterback that he don't even want. They got a nice running game with Josh Jacobs. They got a young defense, but it's not good enough. So now we're 5-2. Primetime game. And then turn on the following week, we got the New York Giants with Joe Judge. In New York, we owe the Giants one. This game will not come down to a field goal. We're going to blow the Giants out. They got Saquon Barkley. We're going to shut him down. They don't have enough talent to compete with the Bucs. We're 6-2. Okay? Now, this is where things get a little interesting. Okay? This is where things starts to get a little juicy. This little section right here. This little 4 or 5 week section right here. We're 7-2. With victories over over the Panthers, Broncos, Chargers, Bears, Raiders, Giants. No, we're 6-2. I'm sorry. We're 6-2. Lost to the Panthers, lost to the Packers. Lost to the Saints, lost to the Packers. I'm sorry. 6-2. This is where things get a little interesting. Now New Orleans comes to Tampa. We're sitting at 6-2. We should get that victory. Usually you split divisional games. So now we're 7-2. Another primetime game. Now that's the game everybody's gonna watch. We're 7-2 now. Riding high. We're good. Then we get the Panthers. We got to go to Carolina. May not beat us. 8-2. Everybody like, dang, what was August in a row? Ruckelslager, man, that boy, golly, Ruckelslager, man, I know we 8-2 right now. I know we riding high. 8-2 after 10 games. Right? We good. We doing solid. I told you. We're going to be fine this year. Tom Brady playing good. Robin Gronkowski got his touchdowns in the red zone. O.J. Howard stepping up. The secondary stepping up. We're 8-2. And then we got 4 games coming up that are really, really interesting. Now, y'all might be a little surprised by some of these predictions, but it's okay. I like the Bucs. I like where we at right now, 8-2. Everybody's talking about us. You know, the national media, we got fans all over the place. The Los Angeles Rams. Primetime game. At home. Jared Goff, Sean McVay, high-flying offense. A nice little defense. We beat the Rams last year with Jameis Winston. Had to score 55 points to beat them because Jared Goff shredded the secondary. But it's okay. Now, this game is tricky. We're 8-2. Primetime game. Sean McVay and his swag. Him and Cliff Kingsbury, probably the most swag coach in the NFL. Two of the most swaggiest coaches in the NFL, along with Bruce Arians. I got us losing that game. I do. That's okay, folks. This is just on paper. We don't know what's gonna happen during the season when the real game starts, but we're 8-3. The following week, the Kansas City Chiefs. They come rolling in with Patrick Mahomes, NFL MVP a couple seasons ago, Super Bowl champions last year. We're 8-3, another home game. The question is, can we keep up with the Chiefs offense? We should be able to, the track team over there. But Andy Reid is a very good coach. I got the Chiefs beating the Bucs. Now we're 8-4. I know things kind of getting a little weird. People like, man, what's going on with the Bucs right now? We're 8-4. You know, we good. We're good, folks. Relax. We're 8-4. It's okay. We're going to the playoff push now. We get a bye week. We get to lick our wounds, get back to normal, get things cleaned up. 2-game losing streak. That's okay. This is my opinion, folks. Relax. You can make your own video. This is mine. This is my video. We're 8-4. We still good, folks. Relax. This is my prediction video on the schedule. You can do your own. We got a bye week. We get healthy, clean up some things for the stretch run. We're 8-4. Minnesota comes to town. And the NFL set this up perfect with the Rams, Chiefs, bye week, and Vikings. Real slick, too. We're 8-4. The Vikings come in town. We beat the Minnesota Vikings. Now, Danielle Hunter is hurt right now. Now, by the time the season comes to this game right here, we should be soaring high for the stretch run. We're 9-4. We beat the Minnesota Vikings. We back on the winning. We get back on the winning column. 9-4. Last 3 games of the season coming down to the wire. Last 3 games of the season, we're 9-4. We pretty much in the playoff picture. Obviously, we are 9-4 with 3 games left. The Falcons, Detroit Lions, and the Falcons again. And y'all know how this works. I always say we split divisional games. See, the Lions game is a victory, so that's 10-4. But if you look at the Falcons game at Atlanta and home in Atlanta, so we'll lose the game in Atlanta. That's 10-5. and we beat the Lions. That's 10-5, right? We lose to Atlanta. It's not that's 10, that's 9-5. We beat the Lions 10-5, and then we beat the Falcons the last game of the season. It won't be no 3 missed field goals in that game. We're gonna blow them out. It won't be 3 missed field goals by Matt Gay that cost us the game. Now we finish the season at 11-5. Okay? We finished the season 11-5, folks. What do you think about that? What do you think about Bucs Locker schedule breakdown and record prediction for the 2020 season? The Bucs finished the season 11-5. So for those of you that's running around here in the Bucs community talking about 16-0 and 15-1 and 14-2, it's not happening. Y'all know how NFL works. 11-5 is a wild card or possibly a divisional champ. It's depending on what the Saints do because we're playing against the Saints. The Saints are going to be in the playoffs. They're too good. The Saints are just too good to not be in the playoffs. Not regardless of what happens to the Saints. They're going to be in the playoffs. Y'all know this. Divisional or wild card. But I got us going to 11-5. Now there is a couple games that you could throw up in the air and tossy-turvy. Remember, it's all about the bounce of the ball. That there will be some lucky games and there will be some heartbreaking games. But 11-5 is right around where I think the team should be at. I had the same prediction last year, 10-6, 11-5, but I gave the Bucs an extra dub guarantee, 11-5 victory season. Last year was mostly a 10-6 with a possible 11-5. But with the upgrades that we made, it's a guarantee for me 11-5. Now, depending on how the ball bounced and the injuries and stuff like that, it could be a 12-4. It can be. But it could also be a 10-6. It's all about what happens during the season. Injuries. There will be some games that's like a toss-up, like we got lucky. He dropped the ball. He dropped the touchdown, and we got lucky on that. You know what I'm saying? So you have to kind of factor in a lot of variables during the season. And this is just before the season starts. This is my prediction before the season starts. The bounce of the ball would determine us. You know, I say a solid 11-5, but we can have one of them crazy games like the Tennessee Titans last year where the referees didn't give us that fumble with Devin White returned it back for a touchdown. And that can make us go from 11-5 to 10-6. Or from 11-5 to 12-4. So the bottom end of this team is 10-6. The peak, the ceiling is 12-4. The floor is 10-6. But I got it going 11-5. So tell me, folks, what do you think about the Bucs Locker schedule breakdown with the wins and the losses and the possible maybe games? But I got us going a solid 11-5. Because if you look at the NFC is pretty good. The Niners is going to be there. The trusty old Seahawks going to be there. And somebody's going to win in the NFC East. Is it the Cowboys? Is it the Eagles? I got the Eagles probably winning that division. Cowboys are overrated. You got the Packers and you got the Vikings. So that's 5 teams right there. It's 7 playoff spots. I just gave you five teams that's going to the playoffs. 5, easy. Somebody from the East. Packers, Vikings, 49ers, Seahawks, Saints, Bucs. That's 7 teams right there. 7 teams. I just gave you 7 playoff teams right there. Now, as far as the seeding wise, I don't know. But I know the Bucs gonna finish 11-5, and well, in my opinion, the Bucs are gonna finish 11-5. I told you, folks. Even at 11-5, if we get a wild card, that's cool as long as we get in, right? But that's not the end goal. Y'all know my slogan, just like Tom Brady said, no excuses. Super Bowl or bust. It's okay, folks. Just embrace it. Embrace Super Bowl or bust. I'm gonna need you. If you want to be on this channel, you got to embrace Super Bowl or bust. 11-5, we can win that division with that record and get a first round bye, a home game. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I mean, not a first round bye, but a home game. And we get that first home game because you know 17 now. We get that home game, we Gucci. I just gave y'all 7 playoff teams in the NFC East. I mean, in the NFC. 7. 49ers, Seahawks, Packers, Vikings, somebody in the East, Saints, and Bucs. Then you have your 7 playoff teams. Now you got a couple teams that can probably shine a little bit. Maybe the Falcons and the Rams can pop up with something. Maybe. But 11-5 is good enough to get a home game in the playoffs, right? So there you have it. Bucs Locker breakdown of the schedule. I got us going 11-5 in my opinion. Getting into the playoffs, as far as the seeding, I don't know. Maybe 4th, 5th, maybe 16th. I don't know. It depends on where the ball bounces. It depends on can Ryan Succop make field goals. It all depends on if the secondary can hold up. All these variables. It all depends on these variables. But I got us going 11-5. So tell me what you think in the comment section about this schedule breakdown. And I will respond back to some of you guys in the comment section about the schedule, have a little dialogue about it. I'm going to make another video about the schedule in my Facebook group, or in the Facebook group, on Buckles Lock in the Facebook group. I'll do another video. That'll be a shorter video, maybe a 10-minute video in the Facebook group. So catch me in the Facebook group later on. And also later on, I will be doing a game breakdown of the Bucs and Saints later on today. So stay tuned for that video. So I'll be doing a live in Facebook, and I'll also do the game breakdown of the Bucs and Saints later on today. Probably around about 6 my time, 7 your time. And that video won't be too long either. So tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Make sure you subscribe to Buckles Locker. Share all the videos, like all the videos. If you want to donate to the channel, if you like the content, please feel free to donate. The donation links on the description box, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the donations and the love from the bandits and everybody across the Bucs family. This your boy Buckles Locker. I want y'all to fire those cannons, seize the day, raise the flag, no risk it, no biscuit light, Super Bowl or bust.